You have the same amount of hours in a day as Beyonce. On the surface, this might seem like a simple reminder, right? Or even a lighthearted comparison. But when you think about it deeply, it's actually thought provoking, everyone. It's not saying that we all have the same lives or the same resources. It's about time, the one thing in this planet that we all have equally. Every single living soul in this planet has exactly the same amount of time. Exactly the same amount of time. No exceptions. No one gets more than 24 hours in a day. Not Beyonce, not you, and of course not me. But the difference lies in how we choose to use that time. Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Dania Faiza Salsabela, and in this presentation I will share to you the tips and the strategies to master the time management and most importantly to avoid procrastination. So yeah, let's just begin it. Alright, now I want you to try to figure this out. Imagine two people wake up to a brand new day and they have the same 24 hours ahead of them. The same 24 hours. The first person starts her day with intention. She plans her tasks, setting priorities, and focus on what's important. And at the end of the day, she feels productive and fulfilled. Now let's look at the second person, everyone. She wakes up and immediately gets caught up in procrastination. Instead of planning her day, she grabs her phone and starts scrolling through social media all day. Hours slip by and her important tasks keep getting pushed to later. But as we all know, later never really comes. So at the end of the day, she's stressed, overwhelmed, and frustrated, feeling like she has accomplished nothing. Now, here's the interesting part, everyone. Both of these people had the exact 24 hours. The difference wasn't in their skills, resources, or opportunities. It was in how they approached their time. The first person used time management to take control of their day, while the second person let the day control them. So yeah, let's be honest everyone, let's be real. Haven't we all been the second person at the same point? I know that we have, but the good news is we can all learn to break out of these habits. Alright, let's start by talking about the definition of time management, everyone. So, time management is the process of planning and organizing how you spend your time. It's about making intentional and conscious decisions to maximize productivity and efficiency. But why does time management matter to us? Alright, let me give you three reasons. The first reason that it can boost your productivity. So when you manage your time well, you can get more done in less time and leaving room for other things that matter to you. So I can say that it's about working smarter and not harder. The second reason is it can reduce your stress. As we know that poor time management leads to the last minute rushes, missed deadlines, and overwhelming chaos. But when you organize your time well, you feel in control, and that sense of control can reduce your stress. Alright, the third reason is it can support your goal achievement. Goals don't just happen, they reach step by step and day by day. And with effective time management, it will help you to turn big aspirations into achievable milestones. So yeah, in short, we can say that time management is your tool to take control of your day rather than letting the day control you. Now, while time management helps us to take charge of our lives, there's a flip side to the story, everyone. It's procrastination. So, procrastination is the habit of delaying and postponing tasks or actions that initially you want to do it. And no, it's not just about laziness. There's often a deeper reason behind it. Yeah, here are the three common causes of procrastination, everyone. The first factors is lack of motivation. So when a task feels uninteresting or unimportant, I know that it is harder to muster the energy to start, right? And at the end, it can result in postponing and delaying your task, and yeah, it leads to procrastination. The second factor is perfectionism. Sometimes we avoid starting a task because we're afraid it won't be perfect, because it won't be meet our expectation. And yeah, this fear of failure can paralyze us and result in procrastination. The third factor is feeling overwhelmed. When we have a task that seems too big or complicated or complex, sometimes we don't even know where to begin. So we put it off entirely and delaying and postponing until it, yeah, become procrastination. So I can say that procrastination and time management are deeply connected. Poor time management often leads to procrastination. For example, if you don't have a plan, I know it's easier to spend time on distractions like watching Netflix, scrolling TikTok, rather than meaningful tasks, right? And on the other hand, procrastination worsens time management. When you delay your task, deadlines, and creating a chaotic and stressful environment, it can make it even harder to focus. So yeah, it's a vicious cycle. But here the good news to everyone. Both time management and procrastination are habits. And like any habit, of course they can be changed. So yeah, here we have 5 strategies to master time management and avoid procrastination. We have own your time, set goals and priority, break big tasks into smaller steps, apply time blocking, and lastly, eliminate distractions. Alright, let's discuss it one by one. So, yeah, the first and the main strategy is to own your time. This strategy emphasizes taking control over your time instead of letting it slip away. When we say own your time, it means making conscious decisions about how you use your hours, about how you use your times. It's about recognizing your power to decide where your attention should go, rather than just letting tasks or distractions dictate your day. For example, if you spend an hour watching YouTube instead of doing homework, admit that you prioritize entertainment over your studies. This isn't about guilt, everyone. It's about awareness. When you realize you're in control of your time, you can make decisions that align with your goals. Like setting aside 30 minutes to work on that project instead of endlessly scrolling on social media all day. Alright, let's move to the second strategy. It is to set goals and priority. I know that we all have a long to-do list, but let's be real, everyone. Not everything on that list is equally important. So the trick here is to figure out what really matters and do that first. Start your day by handling the hardest or the most important task. Some people call it eating the frog. I know it might sound weird like, but trust me, once you tackle that big, scary task, you will feel so accomplished, and that energy will carry you through the rest of your day. It's kind of like running a race, and if you get over the biggest hurdle right at the start, the rest of the race feels so much easier. Okay, the third strategy is to break big tasks into smaller steps. Big projects can feel overwhelming. I know, sometimes. But imagine, for example, need to clean your entire house. It feels so massive, right? It feels so massive that you put it off for days or even for weeks. But now imagine to start the small steps. Maybe just clear the kitchen or vacuum one room. So yeah, suddenly the task feels manageable. This principle applies to any big goal. If you're preparing for an exam, don't aim to study everything at once. Instead, break it down into smaller steps. Review one chapter today and review one chapter tomorrow, and so on. Each small step builds momentum and makes the task feel less intimidating. The next strategy is to apply time blocking. So this technique is where you schedule specific times for specific tasks. It is like making an appointment with yourself. For example, Maybe you can block 9 to 10 a.m. for brainstorming, and then 10 to 11 for responding to emails, and then 11 to 12 for focus to certain project. And when you assign each task in its own deadline, of course it will help you to stay on track and prevents you from multitasking. So the last strategy is to eliminate any distraction. Whether it is endless social media scrolling, constant notifications, or even just background noise, distractions are everywhere. But here's the thing, everyone, you have control over them. If you want to stay focused, turn off your notifications, close tabs that you are not using, and put your phone out of reach. If you're in a busy environment, try using noise cancelling headphones or find a quiet space to work. By creating a distractions-free zone, I know that it takes a little effort at first, but once you get into the habit, the payoff is huge. You will find it so much easier to stay in the zone and work smarter, not harder. Alright, so there you have it, the 5 strategies to master time management and avoid procrastination. On your time, set goals and priority, break big tasks into smaller steps, and apply time blocking, and lastly, eliminate any distractions. And remember, mastering time management isn't about being perfect, it's about making progress. And these strategies are tools to help you make the most of your time. And by putting them into practice, you can start taking control of your day and getting more done. At the end, I want to say control your time and don't let time control you. Thank you so much for listening and good luck out there. Bye bye.